When I first heard about it, I knew it would impact liquor stores around, but I didn't know the gravity of how it would impact the entire Queens area, from supermarkets to even restaurants and things like that. And it's a scary thought to see that so many people that work so hard for their businesses, it could just go away like that, pretty much.
You're not only impacting Queens, it's right off the Whitestone, and you have the Grand Central, so you're targeting the Bronx, you have Brooklyn. You know, you'll have people, Stamford, Connecticut is just right there. You'll have people from Stamford, Connecticut that drives up. So now, if Westbury made $80 million, actually $82.3 million to be exact, if they were able to do that and they're aiming for 100,000, which you know the Christmas sales will take them to that 100,000, what's their target for College Point? You know? And why allow one company to monopolize all of that when there's so many other people in Queens that need to feed their family?
This is going to affect everybody. It's going to affect all liquor store owners in New York City because it's not going to stop here. It's going to go everywhere. It's going to eventually have one in every borough. I mean, I don't mind a little competition, but I don't want to be put out of business.
This is my bread and butter. I need this money that I make from my store to support my 2 kids in college, and having a mega store like Total would destroy my business.
I would say Total is one of the, they're trying to do the businesses under cost, no matter they buy in the pricing, and then they sell the same price. So nobody can compete it with them. So that is they trying to do, it's a monopolist game. They're trying to put everybody out, then they're gonna raise the price up. So the consumer right now is very happy to see them to come in to get the lower price right now for the next 3 years. But after the next 3 years, they're gonna kill all the small stores around it in the area. Then they're gonna raise the price up. For example, right now you're buying a Grey Goose Magnum for $50. In 5 years later, you might paying for $70, $80 a bottle because all the small guy was gone. All our business, the small business owner, we all depend on this kind of business. This business to fix our family. We have kids more, we have people we have family to taking care. Without this store, we're gonna lose everything.
Sure, there's going to be stores that can get by, but a lot of these guys are like in my position. I like to think I'm a normal guy, you know. I love rock music. I like my cars. I'm a normal human being, and a guy like me can't just go out and get another loan and start something else up. It's just, banks just don't look at us like that.
It just makes me angry because I'm like, I can't compete. A lot of mom and pops can't compete. There's going to be a lot of business that's going to close down, and then what's going to happen? The prices are going to go up in their store.
We may be known as mom and pop stores, but we're family. And when you live in a neighborhood, it's family. I don't need somebody who lives out of state to tell me about New York. I'll tell you about New York. And that is what's important. Somebody who lives in Washington, D.C. and works in Washington, D.C. and is connected to a conglomerate of 200 stores across the nation doesn't know a damn thing about New York. They're just bullies that are trying to move in. They have something, I don't know what they have to prove. New York is New York, and New York is made up of wonderful, diversified people in special neighborhoods, and every liquor store and wine store knows what that community wants. There are certain products that are never going to sell in one neighborhood, but will fly off the shelves in another neighborhood. But this is up to the retailers, and the retailers know what the people want. And no someone from out of state is going to tell me what my neighborhood wants. So I really do hope that everybody realizes that we don't need a 20,000 square foot store coming into even this area, because it'll only take, you're going to put so many people out of business, or try to put people out of business, and it's not good. It's not good for the environment. It's just not good for the neighborhoods. And that's all I really have to say, so we'll fight.
You're telling me 10 million, I didn't even know that that's what she got. I mean, if that's what nobody in there can compete with that. I don't think I definitely can.
If I had to take from my husband's 401k to open the store, and she was able to secure a $10 million loan, she needs to tell me what bank she's at, because I need to go get a loan.
It is a chain store. They are being funded from all their other profits. It's common sense. So you don't have to have a law degree to figure that one out, or an accounting degree. It's just common sense. And nobody can financially, well, I can't say no one. I guess there are a little millionaires and billionaires out there, but she's definitely not a struggling female, looking to open up a business. She's far from being deprived. I mean, God bless her. It's wonderful, but no, nobody's going to convince me of that one.
It's like basically she would say anything, do anything to get whatever they need to get, whatever they want to get. And it's like, I don't know anybody who could get $10 million, right? Can you get $10 million credit? No, I don't think so. And I feel like they're lying to politicians when they got their signatures. Nobody was aware of it. They're sending letters out to the community, and it's like, when I applied for my license, I didn't do that. Why do you need to go to politicians? I mean, as in to get support, I mean, it's great, but basically the SLA makes the decision, So, I just feel like it's everything, I'm just so angry I can't even talk about it. That's why I've been to the last meeting, I've been to this meeting, because I feel like this is, I'm sorry, I'm probably a bad interview, but this is really, it's important to me, because I feel like we need to save all of these businesses. We need to save my business. I have 2 kids, and I have to raise them, and they're 2.5, and I'm like, well, if I don't do this, how am I going to support my kids? How am I going to support my family, I live in Bayside, so.
Queens is very unique. It's a very unique. There's no food that you can't find in Queens. You name it, you can find it. You can't go nowhere else and find that. Why would you want to break down the foundation of what the city has to offer? It amazes me. And it will break down the foundation, because everybody's looking at one thing. It's liquor sales. But they have to also look at, okay, liquor sales is one thing. So you're going to have owners out of business. The owner's employees are now out of business. Total Wine does not do business with small distributors. So now those small distributors that rely on the 351 stores in Queens are now going to be out of business. So those owners are out of business, and their salespeople are out of jobs. So the chain reaction doesn't justify the end results.
It's going to have an impact on everybody, and it's just something that we don't need. New York City, I mean, it's supposed to be a land of opportunity for everybody, and it's gonna hurt to see the opportunity get taken away like that in a flash.